Welcome back to the Mariners Massive. We are here in Gosford for a fixture against Veart's Adelaide United. Our referee today is Alex King, and the Central Coast Stadium is our setting. No surprises in terms of the Adelaide United lineup, exactly as I thought it would be, with Strain, Elsey and Mick Morone in defence. Bit surprised that they've only got 6 players to fill out the defence. I will go through the Mariners team in detail as we get underway. It's been another good week here in the world of the Mariners Massive. We are top of the league by 6 points, so doing really well there. I'm going to head into the tunnel where we're about to be stopped by a journalist. This seems to happen with alarming regularity. I quite like the way that Fox do it, where they basically see the managers in between half time, usually. Been a bit of criticism for that online, but I quite like it, especially here in the UK, because you don't always see the end of game interviews. It sort of cuts off. As you can see, Mariners playing the 4-2-3-1 that we've pedalled all season so far. Adelaide in a 4-3-3. Javi Lopez playing in defensive midfield, which is an interesting take. 4th place for Adelaide on the ladder, one of 3 clubs with 17 points to their name. The Mariners, of course, are on top. 6 points is our advantage over Wellington Phoenix. I'm going to start off by encouraging the boys. You will notice that we are in our away kit once again. Not sure why. I would have thought that Adelaide could have worn red and we could have stuck with our home shirts of yellow. Bit of a strange one. It's Jankovic with the corner. Now he's part of the team news because Daniel De Silva misses out. He's not match fit following a bit of a niggle, bit of an injury. So Jankovic is playing out of position and he's not particularly impressed with that. Ball played upfield. Bozanic, really important player. Bit of criticism actually before the game on social media about Josh Nisbet being selected. Surprising. He's been good for me both here in the Mariners Massive and also for Alan Stajic as well. Over in the very real life Mariners, who are of course top of the league still. They keep doing it. It was another win this week for them. And they look in really good nick. Matt Simon providing the highlights sitting in the corner of the ground following his goal, which was reserved for the Valentine's Day couples. Always good value is Matty Simon, who gets a strike on goal, a header, not able to find the target. In terms of our team today, Birighitti is in goal. Negro, Niedermeyer, Tongic and Clisby across the back line. Nisbet and Bozanic, base of midfield. Then we've got our 3 attacking midfielders. Jankovic, as mentioned, Ruiz Diaz and Janota on the left. Matt Simon spearheading the attack. I keep getting told by Big John Aloisi, our assistant manager, that Simon shouldn't be starting. We should be leaving him out, but he's the top goal scorer in the division. So there's not a chance that I'm going to leave him out. He is going to play. A bit of other news in the league. We normally reserve that for the rundown on Sunday, but I will just give you the insight that Tony Vidmar has been appointed Perth Glory manager. So he did agree terms to the move to HBF Park. As Tongic with the good clearance, but it's going to come back through Ben Halloran. Clisby with a good tackle though. Simon header on, but it's going to come back to Morone. Good play by the Mariners here, but a bit aimless in the final third. Same could be said though for Adelaide, as nobody can really get a foot on the ball. Janota might though. He's through and he plays in Ruiz Diaz, a good cutback, and Delinioff beaten. Was it at the near post? I think he will be disappointed to have lost out there. Janota with the good pass back, and yes it is. Oh, it's just close to him, isn't it? Young Ollie Roos hopeful there, conceding just shy of the half hour. 27 minutes gone. Negro now on the attack. Good save now, Delaney. Really important, you find, for goalkeepers to just get a second hand on the ball. Just after conceding, they do want to just get the ball down and make another save just so it's fresh in their mind. In terms of our bench today, it's actually quite a good bench. Pierce is the backup goalkeeper, and then in defence we could bring on Kai Rolls. Stensness, he can do a job both in midfield and defence. Bowman, Urena, Aluqual and Jaden Casella are the options a little bit further forward. So by bringing in Niedermeyer, we've actually done really well in terms of just adding to the squad and giving us those options. You never want to be able to just look at the bench and see the young kids and you're kind of expecting them to do something for you. It's not too bad now, of course, we're 1-0 up, we're doing really well in the league. But if we were sort of down on our luck, really having to scrap for the points, you don't want to turn around and see a bunch of teenagers there. You want to see some experienced professionals that can come on and make a difference. You'd certainly say that likes of Stensness, Bowman, Urena, Qual, even Casella should really be considered players that can do a good job for us. As we enter the second half, substitution there for Adelaide. I think they've brought on Coletti, Javi Lopez and Moore continuing in midfield. There he is on the wide right. So I think he'll have come on for Ryan Kitto. We just have a quick check of the Adelaide formation. No, it's not. It's Ben Halloran he's taken off. Player I struggle to say his name. I hear it every week. Brenton Speed, him of really good pronunciation, obviously. I can't seem to say Ben Halloran properly. Perhaps it's the syllables. No idea. One of those. Names are not my forte. Of course, I'm not a professional. As Ollie Bozanic comes forward, now Nisbet. But I think the names will get better as the series goes on. I mean, hopefully. Can't get much worse, can it? But Negro flagged offside. Unlikely for a right back to be offside. It's been really good in the last few weeks just to see the Mariners stretch their advantage at the top of the league. The likes of Sydney FC, they've started to just build momentum. So having that cushion of points is really something that we've done well to build. But I tell you what, the players are enjoying themselves. Plenty of purple faces down at the bottom of the screen. So this is a new feature for this year as Bozanic plays the corner in, and it's Matt Simon with another headed goal. 17th goal of the season. Of course, there's no FFA Cup this year, not taking place, and certainly not in Football Manager. He beats Timoteu. Once again, names. As Matt Simon now part of the attack again. Can we get a third goal? No, that would be unheard of. Clisby, really good left foot on him as Matt Simon does go close. As I was saying, yeah, other teams now, they are starting to just hit a bit of a patch of form. Even the likes of Melbourne Victory down at the bottom of the league, Western Sydney Wanderers have started picked up points. So you would expect things to start happening a little bit towards the sharp end of the table. There's only one player that's not in a green rating at the minute. So Michael Yanota coming off for Marcos Urena, the former LAFC man. Big fan of the MLS as well. A suggestion to take off Tongic for Rolls? Not yet. Maybe later on. If we get into the final 10 minutes and he's not picked up a booking by then, we'll probably look to shift him out. But at some point, he's going to get that booking, so we may as well at some point let him do just that. As the cross in for Adelaide, Lou Dorigo picking up the ball. Ryan Kitto infield to Stefan Mork, and it's a good hit by Mork. So the Adelaide captain with a really good finish. I mean, that is just spectacular. He's not closed down enough for my liking, but that is just an unstoppable hit. Mark Birighitti, absolutely no chance. Mork has done really well this season for Adelaide. I think he's been the sort of perfect player for them. Combative in midfield, also has a good eye for a pass as well. One of the highlights in recent games was his rivalry with Neil Kilkenny, which Kilkenny came out top on in the end, picking up an assist for his team as they want to claim all 3 points against the Reds, who were then poor this last week against MacArthur, losing 4-0 with Matt Derbyshire picking up a hat-trick in the second half. Really just sort of fell into his lap, to be honest. We are just going to make that change now. Tongic off for Rolls. I'm just going to hold off on the other substitution as well. It's probably going to be, I'm thinking Nisbet for Stensness, just to freshen up that central midfield area. So we've just given us really fresh players across the spine of the team. Ball played up now. Bozanic, Ruiz Diaz on the ball. Matt Simon, a little bit of a layoff. It's gone through to Jankovic here. Ruiz Diaz now, Urena with the effort. And we are just going to make that change. There we are. Gianni Stensness on. Again, another player that's really played well for the Mariners this season. I am just going to encourage them one more time just to remind them of their responsibilities. Matt Simon unable to get a header on target this time. We have had 18 shots against Adelaide as Tommy Urich goes through, and he needs a really good save from Mark Birighitti. That's not what you want there, is it? Mork with the corner. He's going to go right back out to him, and then Javi Lopez. Clisby had to stay on his feet there. Ball through to Birighitti. Now Urena. Oh, it's a poor ball through, isn't it? Looking for Matt Simon, but Matty not quite the most mobile of strikers. Operates very much between the posts. Does really well, obviously. 17 goals this season for us here in the Mariners Massive, as Javi Lopez is through. Oh, good block there. Defensive work being done by Urena. Clisby upfield. Simon just cushions the ball down. But then it's lost to Adelaide. Lopez in then. Oh, and he fires wide. That was the chance, wasn't it? Expect him to do a little bit better there, as Gianni Stensness wins the header. Urena, is he going to cross? No, he's going to go back to Clisby, that left foot. And it's Matt Simon with the effort. But Deliniov up to the task. It's one long extended highlight, and that's always a concern. Urena now with the ball. Is he going to play a teammate in? He is. He's going to play in Ruiz Diaz, but that was a bit of a poor effort. Jankovic now on the ball, out wide to Negro. Cross coming in? No, but Stensness has to make an excellent tackle on halfway. And that should be ref. Alex King. Game over. Kitto now again. Stensness with the tackle. What a good substitution that was. Kitto on the ball. Coletti. It's going to be floated in. Ref, we're up to 50 seconds over now. And there's full time. That is the win for Central Coast Mariners. 2-1 over Adelaide United in Gosford. Well done, lads. That was indeed a really good win for us. Plenty of games taking place in the A-League today, I have to say. I think there's 4. As Matt Ryan from the Australian Football Gazette wants a word about Stefan Mork. I never comment on individuals after game. It's a policy of mine. And as you can see, we are now 9 points clear of Wellington Phoenix, having played a game more. Sydney earlier today drawing with Brisbane Roar 0-0. They'll be disappointed by that. Certainly will Steve Corica. Down at the bottom of the league, still Perth Glory. All of this will be covered in the A-League Rundown on Sunday, so please join me for that here on YouTube. I'll see you then.